what we call the surface stripe, and I want to point to the surface stripe. The surface stripe is the feature I'm covering or I'm pointing to. This feature is a three-dimensional feature and is the first introduction of this sort in the world. Now, when you look at the top, there is a ball, something that looks like a ball, and it has the Eddie symbol strength. Now, when you tilt the note, and I'm going to tilt the note.
Do it in a way that those of our viewers can see through the camera.
When I tilt the note, you see that this ball, the note is the feature is actually flat, but it feels as if the ball is 3D and you can pick it from the note, but you cannot pick it. It's actually flat. When you also look at the note very well, you see that the Endicraft symbols look a bit in a depth, as if it's down below, 3D below the ball. And this is very, very modern. Now, in the middle of the note, along the same feature, is the parliamentary maze. And on top of it is the bird. Now, let me tilt the note and see. When I tilt the note, you see the bird flapping its wings. And this is amazing.
Interesting.
Good. And then you also see at the back that the Adinkra symbols feels a little relieved under the independence, the parliamentary maze. And this is very, very modern. Now, on the left lower corner of the note, we see another Adinkra symbol. When I tilt the note, you see that the color is changing from blue to green with a gold bar running across the note. Now, when I go at the back of the banknote, you see also what we call the iridescent band running from top to bottom. Now, when I tilt the note, it becomes more prominent as I tilt the note. Now, let me go through the simple methods of authenticating banknotes.
Some will say that, so for a normal person like me, what are the things that I should be looking out for to distinguish between it being an authentic note and something that is not authentic?
So, first of all, how do we authenticate banknotes? It's first to look at the note, feel the note across the surface, and then tilt the banknote. So if you go to any country, you don't know anything about the banknote, three things that you must do. First, look at the banknote to recognize the images. Feel the note, because all banknotes have some roughness across the surface. And then when you tilt, then you see the dynamics, the 3D, the movements in these notes. And on our notes, of course, when I look at the notes, I see the Big Six, I see the Independence Arch. When I look at it at the back, I see the Chamber of Parliament and also the Parliament building, which you can also see. Now, when I feel the notes, you see that there are some roughness across the surface of the notes, which is very important. The banknote should not be smooth. And then when you tilt it, then the modern features begin to move. And if you get a banknote that you don't find movement on this note, it means that it wasn't issued by the bank.
You've seen some 200 notes as well. Can you also quickly run us through the distinguished features of this 200 notes that is going to be in circulation?
Before I do that, do you like the notes? Well, I think you like it.
Well, our viewers will make that choice whether they like it or not.
Good. So on the 200, following the same level of standardization and family style across all the denominations, on the 200, we still have the Big Six, which you can see, and then the Independence Arch, which is the main image, and then you have the star, the clear star. At the back, we have the seat of the presidency, and then the fence of the seat. At the note, we have the feature we call, still the modern feature we call the surface stripe. Now, on this note, we have the declared symbol, Holy God, which is the ball on the note. So when you look at the note, you see this ball as if it's 3D, as if you can pick it, but you cannot pick it. Now behind the ball, underneath it, you see the Edinkra symbol, Holy God, all across. In the middle of the same feature, you see the state sword. And when you tilt the note, the star on the state sword begins to expand and contract. So look at it. I hope you can see it. The star expands and contracts. Also on the left lower corner of the note, we see an enlarged Jinyame symbol, which is here. When I tilt the note, you see a gold bar moving up and down the banknote. These movements are very, very necessary for authentication. I come at the back of the note. Also, there is what we call the iridescent band, or a shiny line that runs from top to bottom. And when I tilt the note, it becomes prominent, and then it goes away. It becomes prominent, and it goes away. So, but it is important that you keep this currency clean. The Ghana Cedi banknote, you should know all the features and keep it very clean.
I understand from you that, so as we speak right now, these notes are as a legal tender.
So the governor has launched the notes. Yeah. So all these banknotes from today, after the launch, has become a legal tender.
One would ask that, so all other things being equal, when are we going to have these things made available for the required necessary transactions?
Okay, so these banknotes are available, but the interesting thing is that there are a few calibrations that most of the banks are working on. We're going to be working with them to make sure we calibrate all these banknotes. But from today, if you have these banknotes, you can spend them.
So I asked that the economists will always want to say that all other things being equal. You've worked on these currency processing for quite a long time. What would be the lag time that if George Yafi walks to my bank and I instruct them that I want the 200 cedis Ghana Cedi notes, I'm going to get it, all other things being equal?
We should appreciate that with or without these banknotes, for now, you can still go ahead with your transactions. Yeah. So we have an objective also for high value transactions, and then I've also talked about the efficiency of payments and everything. So you can go to the bank. I think we are trying to work on beginning next week, as soon as possible, that these notes will be available.
And for you, do you think that knowing the problems with currencies, we're even still in a process where we were struggling, even with for authenticity and identification, that some people took the old notes even to the banks, and people are saying that they don't believe that they are notes. Have you done the required education before these things will go out to circulation?
So I'm currently doing the education. Joy FM, thank you.
JoyNews.
JoyNews. And I think you are doing a spectacular job. I think you are one of the first people always interviewing this. So thank you. You are doing this. I think we're going to do the same thing on other platforms to make sure that Ghanaians are well educated on the features. So we want to entreat you that you take interest in knowing these currencies so that you would make sure you keep it, you know how to authenticate it and use it efficiently and effectively for cash transactions.
I believe that the time is enough for us to minimize all the problems that comes with letting people appreciate and understand the currency as well.
Yes, I think the time is very good. And these banknotes, even though we have a lot of sophistication in the features, they are easy to identify. Very, very easy.
A 2 cedi coin as well. Why?
Wow. So the 2 cedi coin becomes very necessary. The rule of thumb will tell you that any notes that you normally use to buy newspaper and do normal change is more efficient if you have it in coins. So we still have the 2 cedi notes, but these coins are also coming to also help transaction, because if you look at it, the 1 Ghana Cedi and 2 Ghana Cedi, sometimes it's quality in circulation. You issue them within a few months, maximum 6 months, 7 months, they are gone. So, and then these coins can stay in circulation for 15 years and over. As far back as 2007, when we introduced the coins that are currently in circulation, they are still functional. and it's very cost effective to use coins. So I encourage Ghanaians to adapt that culture of using coins. Very, very important.
Okay. Mr. Dominic Owusu, he is the head of...
Thank you very much, George. And that was the head of issue at the Bank of Ghana, Dominic Owusu, speaking to my colleague, George Viafi. Here's a summary of the features on the new 100, 200, and 2 cedi coins. So next time you see me, you might want to tip me with a 200 cedi note or a 100 cedi note. I'll take it. It will be a gift, nothing malicious in there. Of course, there are also 2 cedi coins in there. Those are the features of the new notes. You're still live on JoyNews desk. I am Daniel Daze. Up next is Tech Talk. Stay with us.